Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, and we're coming back to work on this Stagecoach platform some more. I didn't cover it super good, you can see that, but it'll be okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this deep brown paint from the Dollar Tree that I've been using the SHI crap out of. And I'm going to get some damp brush, and I'm going to create my base coat for my painted desert. I've been kind of digging this painted desert thing because it's different than anything I've ever done. I never really did any Old West stuff. When they asked for an Old West campaign, it threw me through a loop because I thought it was just something they had talked about that was kind of a joke. And then when it came closer to the day and people agreed on it, I was just like, ugh. I was working on a Star Wars fantasy, Star Wars sci-fi. So I didn't even have anything prepared. And I was less than a week out, and I had to hurry up and throw together the kits to build characters and role changes, the new items in the store, the new damage system for guns, Old West guns, stuff like that. Like, I didn't have any of that stuff ready. But I threw it together, and they're having a lot of fun. Our first week, we actually played 2 nights, which we don't usually do. We just play Fridays, but they had a meeting and decided to play Saturday. I think Mrs. Doom had a lot to do with that. If Mrs. Doom was having fun in a campaign, you can always tell. She wants to talk about it outside of the game. Okay, that's pretty good for that. Getting started. Let's get rid of this. I'm going to get this coffee latte color. And that's probably all I need. And I'm going to get khaki. Maybe a yellow too, we'll see. We don't have a whole lot of ground here to worry about, so we can be kind of sparing with it. We don't have to go too fancy. And if there's any spots you lightened up way too much, just come back with something mixed with something else and touch that up. And that's how you're going to get your that. And we're going to use this khaki for the base coat on the wood too, at least for everything but the boxes and stuff on top. We're going to try to get some of that excess off with a softer brush. That's not the one. Let me find something that'll work. There we go. This is pretty soft. We're just going to come in here and try to get some of that excess moisture picked up, so it kind of dries a little easier. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to get a smaller brush that I can do some work on this with. I'm looking for that brush. I'm going to use this one. First thing I'm going to do is grab any of that wet I don't want on here. Move that around and mix that around. Any of that not wish to have on there. I'm going to get this. And I'm not worried about doing a perfect job here. What I really want is something that adds a little bit of cover and concealment. Something that might take some movement to get to, that someone might want to use. And that's what I'm trying to accomplish. Need a little bit of moisture there. Oh, I'm painting off camera. I'm sorry, gentlemen, ladies, and everybody. I'm sorry. Oops. Now I'm hitting the camera with my ball cap over and over again. We can hit all that stuff with that. It won't really matter too much, I suppose. And this doesn't have to be, like I said, perfect. You don't need even beautiful coverage here. Just make sure you're lightening it up. I'm going to get a little bit more water. And I'm just going to kind of deal with that problem a little bit. Let's air gun it. And with some moisture on my brush, I'm just going to come and get some of those thicker spots and spread them around a little bit. There we go. Just some of those thicker spots that I'm not super pleased with. There we go. I don't want this to look too nice. I'm going to get my black wash. I'm going to pour a little bit in the cap. And this wash is just distilled water, black paint, and Dawn dish liquid, I think. I'm not sure. I think that's what's in this. It's very, very old. Yeah, I think that's got to be many years old. Now, I really didn't want that running into my desert, but as I looked at it, I was like, it doesn't really matter too much. We went out for a hibachi, and it was absolutely delicious. And even though there are closer places to go than where we went, we were picking up some hoverboards we bought for the little boys. And so we went somewhere that was kind of far away from home. And lo and behold, we met people literally that went to college at the same place that where I went the first time I went and my wife went. And some of them were even from my hometown. And we had that was one of them's birthday, and she shared her cake with my little boys. Well, she offered all of us cake, but my, Lady Doom and I declined. But absolutely just the nicest people, the nicest time. Now we're going to do a little bit more work here, just because we want these to be kind of interesting. So we're going to try to use a little bit of this speed paint because I'm lazy. We're going to try to just change these up a little bit for each one. And I'm just using a size 3 kind of medium-sized brush for this. I'm going to hit this barrel up with it. And there are some rings on this barrel that I'd like to hit with some silver or some metallic brown or something too. And I don't care how perfect my coverage on this is, because I'd rather not get it on the other spots than I would miss a little bit of this. I'm taking my time and try not to get it on any of the other parts. I'm going to get a little bit of that, and I'm going to do this box over here with it too. And this box has almost no detail on it because I didn't do anything with it. It's just a kind of a flat cube. And I'm going to hit that spool. And then for that bottom box there, I'm just going to get one slightly darker brown and very carefully stain that. And all I'm doing is dragging this along carefully on that little wooden block. For any of you who know much about Chester Arthur, go ahead and feel free to talk about Chester Arthur in the comments. My very youngest is in some kind of president thing tomorrow. I'm going to school to see some kind of program, and he has to be Chester Arthur. So I made him a fake mutton chops handlebar mustache combo, and Lady Doom took him to the Goodwill and bought him a little suit for the occasion. What is up with paint today? Maybe I have some kind of super paint power I didn't know I had until just now. It's just manifesting. I'm just using this metallic brown over that wash, or over that speed paint. And I don't care how perfect my coverage is, truthfully. I'm going to hit this with the air gun. And I'm going to do one more quick thing. I'm going to get a soft brush and a little bit of that khaki, because I muddled up my desert too much. I didn't like it. So I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of that khaki on here. I'm just going to kind of lighten up my desert in some spots here and there. Just to kind of make it painted again. And then I'm just going to kind of lighten some of this back up a little bit, because I felt like compared to some of my other stuff, it got a little dark. And that'll be good for what I need. Didn't get enough in the cracks there on that wash. So let's see. Let me get a different brush. Let me see what we can do. No, that's not going to catch it. The gap's not big enough. All right, we'll leave it alone. We'll quit playing with it. We're not doing anything to help it at this point. Anyways, could have been a lot faster, a lot easier. We all know that. We're not fooling anybody. Could have made it look a lot better. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, and leave a comment. That's the stuff the great algorithm spirits demand of us, so we should try to oblige. What else? Website, www.dungeon-swag.com. The link will be in the description. There's a discount code down there. You can get a box of our monthly miniatures. This is a shaman from our January box of our Knolls. Just absolutely beautiful, flexible, sturdy, highly detailed, gorgeous, gorgeous miniatures. Grab some for yourself at www.dungeonswag.com. There's a hyphen in there somewhere. Also, come to the Discord and hang out with us, play video games, play some RPGs, show off your crafts, and the stuff that doesn't make it to the channel gets on there. And sometimes the stuff I'm not sure if it's going to make it to the channel gets on there. So feel free to check that out and show us what you've been making. Until then, thanks for watching, or not until then, but until next time. There we go. Thanks for watching.